this video, I'd like to share with you my daughter's room. She's a final year student in the university, and because of the line she's in, besides having the usual things that you need in your room, she also needs a lot of space for her materials. And this means that being able to set up a vanity table in her room is all the more difficult. So here I'm going to share with you 5 tips that I have learned while trying to set up a vanity area for her. The room is the size of a dorm room, the type that you have the private rooms with the attached bathroom. She had also asked me to include in her room her bench. This bench was custom made for her in our main house, and she wanted to bring it along. So we are working with a very, very limited space. And when you work with a very limited space, my first tip is think in terms of shelves. We have used a long IKEA shelf as the counter. And of course, shelves don't give you that place to hide anything. So you need to be able to display things in a very effective way. If you look below the long shelf, you will see that we have actually added brackets to it. This is just to ensure that the shelves don't tilt forward and nothing falls off. My tip number 2 also pertains to limited space. When you have limited space, you have to think upwards and downwards. Well, I don't have the privilege of thinking downwards because of the bench, so here I am thinking upwards. After placing the long shelf, I have put a mirror right in the center, and then we have put 3 shelves on the left and 3 on the right. This gives it some sort of symmetry, but at the same time, as you can see, it's not identical. On one side we have got shelves, on the other side we have used photo ledges. This way she can put her smaller items on the photo ledges, and she can use trays or decor on the other side. We have used a vase as a brush holder. Using pouches to hide and yet to keep things handy is a very, very good way of going about it. We have got the Harrods pouches here. As always, if you're buying something, try to buy things in 2s or 3s because it just makes the whole place look more well assembled. Tip number 3 is your color combination. You don't want to use multicolors or dark colors in this area. It's just going to make the place look very crowded and very busy. Tip number 4 is to keep your daily stuff, things that you use every day, very near to you, very accessible. On the top shelf, she has her hair products. Now, this shelf is not so easily accessible to her, so it is reserved for the 2 or 3 times a week kind of product. Now, this jewelry box just contains her small trinkets and accessories, which she uses almost on a daily basis. For her bigger items, she has got this cupboard on the side here. We got this for her quite recently when her jewelry collection started to grow. As she travels, she tends to pick up pieces. So this cupboard became a necessity for her bigger pieces, especially her necklaces and bracelets. The mirror at the front was just an added bonus. She gets a full-length mirror to give herself the last approved look before she leaves the room. I got her this set of pouches from Harrods, and the smaller one sits on the first photo ledge. In this, she has her lip pencils and a pair of tweezers. And on the next shelf, we have the bigger pouch. In here, she has the skincare and cosmetics, which she uses daily. And number 5, last but not least, always have some catch-all trays. Here, I have put this gold tray. The perfect place for her to put something when she comes back from university or from work. She uses it for her phone, her keys, and this little vase that sits on it. This 2-tier tray was on sale in Metro, and she uses it for her hair ties and her watches. She even puts her accessories into it when she comes back from the university, until she actually gets a chance to put them away, usually over the weekend. I hope you have enjoyed this video and you've got some tips that you can take back with you on how to organize a girl's room which has limited space. If you would like to see more of this type of videos, leave me a comment below.